Hello everyone, I'm Duke James. This is a continuation of my Ireland campaign in EU4 Meiou and Taxes. It's been a little bit, so let's see. I think at the end of the last part I gave this province to Butler. There's an event to give them their core back, which is this province, so I accepted it. And then immediately after this event happened, there was another event, the same event for Munster to get this province back. And, you know, that's my capital, so there's no way I'm giving that to them. It's kind of weird that they would even have that event since it is my capital, but I rejected them. Munster's a little bit mad about it. They're at 40%. Other than that, we are making a ducat 0.06. So we are a little bit less... I wouldn't say we're less poor. We are a little bit, making a little bit more money. I did attack Connacht, and I took war reps, ducats, and transfer trade. And then also, my ruler died. Fitzgerald was the ruler of Desmond. There was an event for the heir falls ill. I chose the option that had a 75% chance of my heir to dying, because I wanted him to die, because I think he was like a 1-2-2. He was really bad. So we now have a Darcy, which I'm pretty sure Darcy is he was an English count. Pretty sure he was the Lord of Pontefract Castle, because he was in the Tudors, and then he was in like a rebellion, and then he died. But now he's in Ireland. This must be an ancestor. So he's a 355. And 20. He's also energetic. So that'll help with income, because he does give trade efficiency, production efficiency, and national tax modifier. So that's also good. Although our legitimacy is in the tank. Shouldn't matter too much. So pretty much, I'm going to try to make as many ducats as I can and start building buildings. I need 192 ducats to build a marketplace. I'm going to build all in my capital and try to get this away from the tribals. The burghers do have 13%. The state has 12%, which means the tribals have 75% influence in our country. So I'm giving the burghers privileges because I'm going to try to increase their influence as much as I can. So I'm going to keep privileges on them, especially the ones that increase their influence. And I'm going to try to get them provinces, and hopefully with more privileges they'll become more powerful. Since there is a burghers estate, I can take money from them, and I have done that in the past. Other than that, I'm just going to attack some of these Irish miners and just loot them for like a ducat, take war ups, and then ducats in the war, which is like 5 ducats every time. That's like every decade I can fight them. I'll probably fight... This guy is rivaled with Connacht and Meath, so I think I'll leave him and Connacht, and then I'll just constantly like ping pong between the two of them. I'll probably take this province, and then I think I'll release Munster and attack them as well. And I'm just trying to get ducats to build buildings to flip my provinces from the tribals to the burghers, and then I can reform the clan structure eventually. After I take this province. So yeah, that's my current plan. It's very, very touch and go. A lot of waiting. A lot of trying to get ducats. This is a nice start. Ducat 06, so that's what? 160 months to get a marketplace. I think the marketplace is the best building because it does give a little bit of trade power, which will help me make more ducats from trade, but then it also gives 25% urban gravity. Cathedrals are nice for that 10% urban gravity. But I think the marketplace is good. I was debating taking a bunch of loans, but if I take an 8 ducat loan, it would cost 4 ducats in interest. So I think that would end in bankruptcy. I don't want to like do any bankruptcy cheats where I build canals and roads and stuff and then go bankrupt. I'm gonna try to stay away from that. That's pretty much it for now. Hello everyone, I'm Duke James. This is the continuation of my Dukes of Desmond campaign in EU4 Meiou and Taxes, playing as Ireland. Getting some ducats, we're up to 132. I had 5 lightships, or 4 lightships. Yeah, I had 4 lightships. I managed to sell one to Butler for 30 ducats. So, Butler graciously bought my lightship. I figured I get 5 sailors each month, and to operate 4 lightships costs 8, so I figured I might as well just use 3 lightships, and then I would lose 1 sailor a month, and then I could sell that lightship, get some ducats, and then I also save 0.07 ducats a month, and then I also sold it to my vassals, so if they ever use it, then I could just take that trade power from them, so it's like I have half a ship remaining, so I thought that was the best course of action there, so I could build a marketplace in my capital. I think that's the best thing to do, since there's already a commune hall in my capital. I'm going to build a marketplace. That should help me get some more trade, and then I can get more money, and, you know, build more buildings faster and stuff like that. In other news, England has gone Calixtine. I don't know why. It's weird. Bohemia didn't go Calixtine, so I guess Jan Hus actually was an Englishman in this timeline. So the English are the ones that are going to go Calixtine. So we need, what, 67 ducats to build a marketplace in our capital. So, I was thinking, we need to seize the means of production. Wait, no, that's another country. The only way that you can seize the means of production in Meiou and Taxes is to, confiscate wealth from the church. So I was thinking we go duelist, like we did in our Genoa campaign. We lose 3 stability points, but we should get one of those back. Yeah, we should be fine. We should get to 1 stability, I think. And then we can take the church property and such from them. I think until we actually get an economic base, we'll go tolerant. Also, the Civil War is here because of the low legitimacy, because our ruler died. We do have an heir, a 332. And a queen, a 314, who's an embezzler, which is not good. Alright, let's go ahead and convert. I figured we're so far away from the Pope that we're not going to really even get papal influence, so there's not a huge reason to go Catholic, or to stay Catholic, I should say. So we could hand over ecclesiastical lands to the new church, or seize the most valuable lands for the crown. we would lose 6 legitimacy, lose 10 church influence, but gain 66.91 ducats. That actually works out pretty well. Yep. We're gonna seize the means of production. That's enough for a marketplace. What's our inflation? Let's go ahead and lower inflation a point. Should save nothing, apparently. Save like a ducat or something. Let's go ahead and build that marketplace. Desmond switches to... No, somebody switched to... Which one of you switched to duelist? Munster switched to duelist. Butler's gonna remain Catholic, apparently. We have no court levels, so our vassals are mad at us. Where is that? The courts, we're dropping like a rock. Let's go ahead and pursue religious tolerance. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll go to Court Wizard. I'd grant a one-time stipend, but... You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I don't want anybody to enter into... support for independence. So we're teetering on the brink of zero ducats in the treasury. Let's see, Desmond law and divine law. Everyone must follow the same law, or the church answers to a higher authority. Could gain 10 church influence. I would seize church property, but I don't think it's going to be a lot. Let's go ahead and make them follow the same laws. Improve relations with Munster. So, oh, I also switched from naval ideas to trade ideas because I feel like naval ideas wasn't doing much for me. So trade ideas, trades how we're going to have a path to profitability. So I figured trade ideas would do more for us right now versus naval. Because if I do, having naval right now, even if I wanted to colonize, is kind of worthless. And as it stands right now, I can't even afford... I can hardly even afford a single colony, so I don't think we're going to start colonizing. Plus, if I don't have a dominant share of trade in my nodes, in the nodes over here, then it's not really... colonizing isn't really worthwhile. Because I would just be giving that money to everybody else. Not only has England converted to Calixtine. They're in a holy war. Which probably wouldn't be a bad time to attack them, except they're allied with Portugal. And there's 10,000 Catholic fanatics sitting on the province that I want to take. It's a nice province, just can't get to it. What else is up in the rest of the world? This area looks the same. Pisa has conquered parts of Sardinia. I think they took that from Aragon. Ottoman doing their Ottoman things. They're pretty far away from us, so it doesn't really matter much. We lose our claim. There's border friction with our ally. Damn it, Munster. Munster, you're one development country. You shouldn't be disloyal. Might as well just divert trade. If their independence is supported, I think I'll just drop them. Just release them. Probably pick up a different vassal. This claim is permanent, so I don't want to lose it. I feel like if I do this option, though, it's going to make them break the alliance. So I'll just go ahead and pay the 25 dip. Crimea exists. That happens a lot. Here we get another stability points. We're back to 1. There are Tyrone separatists. 4,000 of them. We only have 3,000 men, so we have to watch that. We're placed under interdict by the Pope, but it doesn't really matter because we don't follow the Pope's rules. Lithuania is looking stringy. Debates over divorce. Do we want negative yearly legitimacy, chance of new heir, up to 10% of the population converted to the state religion, or up to 10% of the population converted to Catholicism? We're going to go with that option. So pre-marketplace we have 1.65. We broke our alliance with Meath. Alright then. A Catholic church for Dias Machumhain. So we can gain 25 ducats. absolutely we're going to gain 25 ducats. That's 2 years of income. Yes, please. So there's 1.4 trade power in our capital right now. Hey, our court level changed back to 2, so that means Munster's not disloyal anymore. That's nice. We now have 2.4 trade power. There's a new plague in Halab. That's pretty far away. It is a... Okay, I thought it was a devastating plague. It's a terrible plague. I don't think it's going to affect us much. So our capital now has a commune hall, fishing port, and marketplace. The urban gravity is 7,000, and there are 9,000 urban pops and 100,000 rural pops. That's actually a lot. It's more than I would have thought. The good thing about having your provinces switch from tribes to burghers is that tribes and burghers can both control a province, which is what I read, apparently, because the burghers will handle the urban pops while the tribes handle the rural pops. Whereas if you're trying to flip from tribes to the nobles, then because the nobles and tribes both control the rural pops, then they're competing for direct influence while the burghers can coexist with the tribes. I don't know if they actually... I guess they don't control it anymore. That's what I read, though. Something like... I think it's easier for burghers to take control of a province versus the lesser greater nobles. At least that's how it's supposed to work in theory. Alright, I'm going to end this part here and then pick it up in the next part. We're going to continue making ducats. I think that increased my trade by 0.18. It wasn't 1.66 because I stopped transferring trade power from Munster. I think it's like 1.56, so that's like 0.18, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when my income is 0.8, 0.18 is a lot, so. Alright, that's it for now, and I will continue this series in the next part. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.